Welcome to the trials. Select the hero and aspects of your trial deck. I think we need to restart the game. Oh, there it is. No. Alright. And out of these combinations, I think we're going... We had a much stronger start. Why did they do that? Oh, it's annoying. Alright. Yeah, we just recently... We were glitched out and lost the middle of our trial while we were drafting. And it's just gone now. Tickets gone, everything. Alright, well. So we have a Dominion Nature, or a Rage Dominion, or a Nature Dominion. So, in any case, we're playing Dominion. We want a minor. I think we're going to major in Nature and minor in Dominion this time. Yeah. Alright. Well, we've got the Legendary Storyteller, Lord Karthus, and Primordial Treant. So 2 legendaries being shown here. When he enters the field, destroy an enemy creature. Whenever a creature dies, you gain 2 life. Very strong card, but very high on levels. And since we're majoring in Nature, we're going to try for the Legendary Storyteller. You can play a lot of elves. That's going to be our plan of attack. You attach to a creature, give it +1 speed, you return it to your hand when it dies. Aldiri Rider is a very nice, swift, fast... Yeah, great card. We're going to go with the Rider. We've got Fae of Charm, very strong card. Cataclysm, also a very strong card, but it requires 2 Dominion. Not sure if we're going to go there. As well as the Bloodwell Matriarch. And allows you to play some other action cards. Very, very strong. I really want to play the Fae of Charm, though. It's a very cool card. So we have Wasp Swarm, Tornado Outbreak, and Gross Experiment. I think out of these, we're going to go with the Tornado Outbreak. Give us a little bit of a tempo, hopefully. We'll see how it works. I think I like the Tornado Outbreak here. We have the Silverblade Warrior, which is an elf. We have the Elven Skyrider, flying. And we have the Electric Aurite. It'd be nice to have some more early game, but I think we'll get it. I kind of want to try for as many elves as we can get. Out of these 2, I think I prefer the Skyrider. Alright, we have Word of Power, sacrifice mana, crystal, gain 1 for each of your Dominion levels. We're not going to have many of those. Lord Karthus, yet again, very strong, but way too many levels. I don't think we're going to go that route. But then we have the Gnome Surgeon, which is a 2/1. Search your deck for an implant card, attach it to another creature you control. We don't even have implants yet. So I'm not sure what to do on this one. This looks very weak for what we're doing. And we either take this gnome, which may not even help, but it is an early creature, or we take this and change our plan altogether, and I don't think that's a possibility. I think we go with the gnome. And Karthus is very strong, but an early drop, we'll just take it for what it is. Hypnotizing Whispers. Look at the top 5 cards of the enemy hero's deck. You can select a creature card, play that, put the rest back in any order. And you have to pay the card's mana cost. Overwhelming Forces and Stronghold Metropolis. Not real sure about this one. Not real sure at all. We're not going very deep into Dominion in any event. But I feel that if we're going to go with a lot of small creatures, maybe Overwhelming Forces is the way to go. We get a decent amount of mana. Hypnotizing Whispers might be alright. Sacrificing creature to draw a card doesn't feel that powerful. Like, it's okay, but we'd have to have a lot of people, a lot of creatures to do that. And so, perhaps Overwhelming Forces is the way to go. pretty expensive. I think we're going to go with it. Alright, now we have another Elven Skyrider, a Thunderstorm Titan, and a Shadowstep Assassin. Again, we're playing with the Elf Legend. The Shadowstep Assassin is pretty good, though. Is it good enough to not take an elf that's decent? Well, we do want some early game creatures, and we don't really have many. I wouldn't necessarily call this an early game creature, though. It's more of just a kind of a control card. I think between the two, this is probably the better bet. We have Elf Commander, Swiftblade Assassin, and Elf Tracker. Out of these three, well, if we go with the Elf route, the Commander might be the way to go. The Elf Tracker is not terrible, but it is a little expensive. It dies fairly easily. I think we're going to go with the Commander and hope to get more elves. There's another legend elf. Grand Reunion is a very specific card. You have to have a fairy, an elf, a plant, and a spirit, and you win the game. And a lot of levels. Don't think that's happening. And we're not really going with this, so I guess we take the Storyteller yet again. We have Tornado Outbreak, Devious Plot, and an Elf Scout. I think we want, as much as I like Tornado Outbreak, I think we just want to stick with this whole elf thing. So we're going to go Elf Scout. We have Stronghold Metropolis again, Mind Extortion. Look at the enemy hero's hand, select a non-creature, non-shrine card. That hero discards that card. So we have a discard, and we have the Storm Fairy. Storm Fairy is very strong. You can look at non-creature, non-shrine. So spells, artifacts, things like that. And there could be some strong stuff. It could help to stop a Cataclysm and, you know, different things like that. I think we're going to go with the Storm Fairy, though. Now we have the Power Seeker, which not real keen on. Sunchaser Aurite, fairly decent card, and Helm of Dominion. I think both of these are pretty good. The Helm is okay, but I think we want to go with the Aurite. I think I'm going to go with the Aurite. Helm is pretty good, though. Just go all creatures, basically. Yeah. And we're going to go with the Aurite. Okay, so now we have Hypnotizing Whispers, Grove Guardian, and a Venerated Unicorn. The Grove Guardian plays into our whole elf strategy, but the Unicorn, it enters the field, you can destroy an artifact or spell. I think I prefer that for the utility. And I think that's where we're going to go. It's just a value card. Alright. Enchanted Spring, Ancient Treant, and Cataclysm. We're very low in Dominion. I don't think Cataclysm's going to be the way to go. We're going to be creature heavy as it is. The Ancient Treant looks like the way to take. So we're going to go with the Treant. Now we have 2 Implants or the Thunderstorm Titan. Implants are nice. We're not necessarily... We have the Gnome Surgeon to kind of combo with that. But I don't feel that's all that strong. The Thunderstorm Titan is a relatively strong card. What does the Surgeon say again? Attach it to another creature you control. So we could grab the Overcharger or the Grappling Hook whenever we wanted. Maybe the Overcharger here. Giving the Unstoppable, the attack bonus isn't bad. Grappling Hook's not bad either. I think because we have the Gnome and because we're trying to do some bit of a rush, we're going to go with the Overcharger. Alright, so now we have the Spoiled Aristocrat, which I think we can get onto the table fairly easily. It is an elf. And I think it fits the theme. We can get him into play a 2-drop afterward. Aristocrat it goes. Another unicorn, hypnotizing whispers, and another stronghold metropolis. A second unicorn over the whispers is fine, I think. I mean, we could go look at more cards of the enemy heroes, grab a creature from it. I like the unicorn, though. And we have the Shadow Step Assassin, the Sky Rider, and the Sunrise Fairy. Do I want the 2 over here, or do I want the Shadow Step Assassin? We already have a Shadow Step Assassin. Maybe we just go with 3, but I think we need more 2-drops. And I think this time we're going to go with the Fairy. Vegetation Blockade. Creatures your opponents play cost 2 more. An enemy hero plays a creature, sacrifice this. It's a slowdown for like 1. You know, I'm not real big on that. Overwhelming Forces. We already have one. And then we have Murder Instinct. Creature is deadly, can block and can attack an additional creature. And when that creature dies, return it Murder Instinct to your hand. I don't think we need more than 1 of these. I am only somewhat, I'm really not sure about that, about Murder Instinct, but I also really don't care much for Vegetation Blockade. We might be able to tempo someone, though, and slow them down with Vegetation Blockade. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe Murder Instinct. Can attack an additional creature. Do we have any ranged guys right now? I mean, not that it necessarily matters. I think this is too slow to really be that big of a deal. I guess we're going to go with Murder Instinct. Give us a little extra creature instruction. Here we have Power Surge, gain an empty mana crystal. A Moon Priestess, which is an elf priest. You can get extra mana this turn and test a time, destroy an artifact or spell. We have 2 unicorns. We do not need this. Excuse me. Between these 2, I would rather just play the Moon Priestess, even though I really don't care much for Moon Priestess. But it is an elf, plays into our theme. We'll take that. We have a Ranged Whiff, Ambushing Sharpshooter. Pretty decent card. Plays into our elf theme. We still need some more 2s. And we have the Tornado Outbreak. Return a creature to its owner's hand. We are running how many of those fairies, though? Oh, just 1 right now. Just 1. So do I want to go with more 3s? It's another elf. Let's go elves. Alright. Gross Experiment, which works really well when you have a lot of implants. We only have 1. Spoiled Aristocrat plays into our theme, and the Silverblade Warrior also plays into our theme, but we could use cheap cards. We're going to take another Aristocrat. We have Ambush Strike, Electric Aurite, Thunderstorm Titan. I think now would be a decent time for the ant to grab an Ambush Strike. So I think that's what we're going to take. So a Thunderstorm Titan is not bad. I think having a little extra kind of a combat trick might be fine. We're going to take that. We have Test of Time, Power Surge, and Electric Aurite. Not interested in either of those. We'll take the Electric Aurite. We have another Elf Commander at our disposal, or a Hypnotizing Whispers. We're going to go Elves. Go Elves. Did we get our Elf? It says we have 2 Elf Commanders. Where is our... There we go. So now we have Storm Fairy Elf Commander and a Bloodborne Prince. 3 Elf Commanders? Or, yeah, would that be right? 3 Elf Commanders? I'd rather have 2 Storm Fairies. 2 and 2. Yes, he's an elf. But 3 might be a little overdoing it. I kind of like the return effect of the Storm Fairy. We'll go with the Storm Fairy. Brothers in Arms, Gross Experiment, Test of Time. Well, This we don't need. This doesn't work with our plan. This does, but we only have one, but it's still an elf. We'll take it. Mind Extortion, Unicorn, and Stronghold. We have 2 unicorns already, right? 2 venerated unicorns? We do. We have 2 venerated unicorns. That might be more than enough. I think we're going to go with the Mind Extortion this time. Give us a little bit of control. Grand Reunion, Summoner Druid, and Cathedral of the Night. You put a weakness emblem on a creature and gain 2 life, which, that's great and all. Grand Reunion, I think we've seen before. It's very strong, but you have to have a lot to play it, and a very specific combination. Summoner Druid, though, the second creature card you play this turn costs 2 less mana to play, and it's an elf. Summoner Druid it is. And that is our deck. We're given 9 nature and 6 dominion shrines.